When should you start taking CPP? You're getting closer to retirement and everybody is giving you an opinion on when you should start taking your CPP. I get it. You've seen those deductions from your paycheck all your working life and now you want to get something back. Making the wrong decision though can ultimately hurt you, so before you dive in and decide to apply for CPP, there are 3 questions you will want to ask yourself. 1. How long will you live for? 2. What are your income needs? And 3. What will the tax consequences be when you convert your RRSP to RIF? Before we go into these in more detail, let's cover the basics. If you take your CPP at the normal retirement age of 65, then the maximum monthly payment you can receive in 2022 is $1,253.59. The payment you receive is a calculation based on the number of years you have contributed to the plan and how much you contributed during those years. If your salary has consistently been above the maximum annual pensionable earnings for a long period of time, then you're likely to receive close to or the maximum. There is a general dropout provision that excludes certain months with low earnings. And if you were out of the workforce for a number of years due to childcare duties or work part-time, you can request a child rearing consideration. You can start taking CPP at age 60, but you will lose up to 36% of your pension permanently if you take it early. Your pension is reduced by 0.6% for every month before your 65th birthday. That's 7.2% per year. The current maximum monthly pension you can receive at age 60 is $802.30. Conversely, if you delay receiving your CPP until age 70, your payments will be permanently increased by 0.7% for every month after your 65th birthday you delay, or 8.4% a year. If you wait until age 70, you will receive 42% more. There's no further increase after age 70, and the current maximum monthly pension you can receive at age 70 is $1,779. Okay, so now we have an understanding of how the payments are calculated and the dollar amounts involved. What should you do? Let's refer back to the first question you should ask yourself. How long will you live for? Alright, I can hear you. Here comes Chris with his crystal ball. Very good, we would all be so lucky to know how long we're going to live for. Ultimately, we don't know how long we have on this earth, but you do know a few things which can at least narrow it down. How is your overall health? Obviously, if you have a condition that is likely to shorten your life expectancy, then you may want to consider taking CPP early. Maybe you have a family history of certain conditions or diseases. To be blunt, are you overweight? Do you eat cleanly and get regular exercise? What about smoking and alcohol? You know yourself better than anyone, so be honest with yourself. If you do decide to take CPP early, here is a table that outlines the break-even point. Long story cut short, if you take CPP at age 60 and live past age 74, you would have been better off taking your CPP at age 65. 2. What are your income needs? If you don't have enough income for lifestyle expenses, then applying for CPP early is a no-brainer. Perhaps you have mortgage, line of credit, or credit card debt. You are most likely better off by focusing on paying down these debts faster, and an early CPP payment can help do that. Another consideration: how will you fund your travel plans? Most people decide to do more travelling in the early years of retirement while they're still physically able. Number 3. What will the tax consequences be when you convert your RRSP to RIF? Perhaps you have a large pension and built up a sizable amount of RRSP assets. Delaying your CPP in this case could actually have a negative outcome. By age 65, if you have resided in Canada for at least 10 years over the age of 18, you will be entitled to old age security. To receive the maximum monthly amount of $642.25, you must have lived in Canada for 40 years over the age of 18. The only issue with OAS is if you earn more than $81,761, the government will start to claw back your benefit. Once you reach an income of $133,141, all of your benefit is clawed back. Let's look at Dave, age 60 and living in Toronto as an example. Dave has pension income of $40,000. He also has dividend and interest income of $10,000. And finally, Dave has been diligent at maximising his RRSP each year and has expected income of $35,000 when his RRSP is converted to RIF and he starts drawing at age 72. Dave's total taxable income of $85,000 before we factor in any government pensions will put him firmly in the clawback range. In this case, delaying CPP is not going to be beneficial, and Dave should also be looking at a strategy to draw down his RRSP to eliminate any future OAS clawback. In conclusion, deferring CPP can be very beneficial, especially if you have a long life expectancy. That being said, however, every circumstance is different and there are a number of factors to consider. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.